Hello everybody, and in this video I'm going to go through the answers to all of the questions you hopefully just answered. So this is the answers for the Year 2 Chase. So I'll go through each round, you can mark your answers, and then at the end of each round I'll let you know how the chaser, the very handsome chaser we have today, Mr. Lake, I'll let you know how he got on and you can see whether you've beaten him or not. So hopefully that all makes sense. Let's go through our answers. So round one was the history round. Question 1 was, the space race was between the Soviet Union and which other country? The answer is B, the United States of America. So it's the USA, America and Soviet Union. Now, Russia. Now, it's unclear who won the space race. If you ask Americans, they'll say they won. If you ask Russians, they'll say they won. You may remember we kind of decided for ourselves, and we were mixed on that, weren't we? Because Russia sent the first dog into space, the first man in space, the first woman as well into space, the first satellite in space, but then America sent the first people to the moon. So that was the space race. The answer was B. Question 2, who was the first person to go to space? The answer was A, Yuri Gagarin, okay? A Russian cosmonaut, and that's the Russian name for astronauts. Yuri Gagarin was the first person to go to space. Question 3, which of these landmarks was destroyed in the Great Fire of London? The answer is B, St Paul's Cathedral. So the original St Paul's Cathedral was burnt down and rebuilt afterwards. Question 4, what was the name of the first dog in space? The answer is C, Laika. So it was Laika who first went into space. And then question 5, what was the name of the person who accidentally started the Great Fire of London? The answer is C, Thomas Fariner. Okay, so it was Thomas Fariner's bakery. He left the fire that he used to bake bread going, and that started the Great Fire of London on Pudding Lane in 1666. So in this round, the chaser got 3 out of 5. Ooh. Did you beat the chaser? So if you got more than 3 out of 5, if you got 4 or 5 out of 5, you've beaten the chaser. Give yourselves a pat on the back. If you got 3, you've drawn with him. So how did you get on? Did you beat the chaser? Right, next up, let's go on to round 2. And that is the geography round. So, question number 1 was, what is the capital city of Wales? And the answer is B, Cardiff. London is the capital city of England. New York is in America. So Cardiff is the capital city of Wales. As I said, London is capital of England, and then Belfast is the capital city of Northern Ireland, and Edinburgh is the capital city of Scotland, and those are the 4 countries of the UK. Question number 2, on an Ordnance Survey map, which of these symbols means hospital? It is C, the H, okay? A lot of us, when we looked at that, I remember, thought that meant helicopter, like a helicopter pad, but no, the H means hospital. Question number 3, which of these is a physical feature? So, the key thing to remember here was the difference between human features and physical features. Human features are those geographical features made by people. Physical features are natural, okay? They're a natural part of the world. So, a school is a human feature because it was built, and a port is also a human feature because it was built by people. So the answer to that one was B, a mountain. Question number 4, what is the name of the river that runs through London? It is the Thames, okay? Orwell and Deben both run through Suffolk, but the Thames runs through London. And question number 5, on a map, what information would you find in the key? The answer is C, what the symbols mean. Okay, so the key lets you know what the symbols mean. It can also tell you some other things about the map. It might tell you the perspective of the map, so how kind of zoomed in it is. But the key thing is that it tells you what the symbols mean. So on that round, the chaser got 4 out of 5, a great score. So to beat him outright, you'd have had to have got 5 out of 5 there. If you got 4, you'd have drawn with the chaser. So how did you get on? Did you beat the chaser on the geography round? Okay, next up, round 3 was the maths round. So, question number 1. If the time is 25 past, what number will the big hand be pointing at? The answer is C, 5, okay? Because remember, the big hand, which tells you the minutes, those numbers are going up in 5s, really, because there's 60 minutes in an hour. So 5, 10, quarter, 20, 25, half. That's how we remembered it before. So be pointing at C, 5 for 25 past. Question 2, which of these shapes has 8 sides? The answer is A, octagon. That oct, you see it in the word octopus, okay, it means 8. Hexagon has 6 sides, a pentagon has 5 sides. Question 3, which of these numbers is even? The answer is B, 36. Remember, if we're looking at odd and even, we're looking at the ones, okay? So it's the ones we pay attention to, so you can ignore the first 5 and 55, you can ignore the 3 10s and 36, and you can ignore the 2 10s and 27. It's the ones that count, and B is the only one with an even number in the ones column. So B, 36 is the answer. Question number 4, 3 add triangle equals 20. What is triangle? The answer is B, 17, okay? 3 add 7 would make 10, but remember it made 20, so it's B, 17. Okay, and question number 5, how many minutes are in an hour? The answer is 60. There's 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day. There's also 60 seconds in a minute. Okay, so the Chaser got 3 out of 5 on the maths round. Did you beat him? Let us know. So did you get 4 out of 5? Did you get 5 out of 5? Did you draw with the Chaser? How did you get on? Okay, round 4 is the science round. So let's have a look at the answers here. Question number 1 was which of these materials is usually transparent? The answer is C, glass. Okay, glass is usually transparent, hence why windows are made from glass, so we can see out of them. Question 2, which of these materials would you expect to be the most flexible? Well, it hasn't highlighted here, but it is B, elastic, okay? Think about an elastic band that's flexible, okay? You don't get a brick band or a concrete band. Elastic is flexible. Question number 3, plants make food using photosynthesis. Which part of the plant does this? That was a tricky question. The answer is the leaves, okay? It's the leaves that complete the photosynthesis. So well done, in fact, massive well done if you got that one right and remembered that. Question number 4, what is germination? That is A, when a plant begins to grow from a seed. So if you answered A, you are correct, okay? That's when it sort of shoots out of the seed. Question 5, which of these animals is a mammal? The answer is B, a human, right? A frog is an amphibian and a blackbird is a bird. Humans are mammals. We're warm-blooded. We give birth to our young. Okay, so end of that round. Chaser got 3 out of 5. So to have beaten the Chaser outright here, you'll have had to have got 4 or 5 out of 5. So how did you get on? Did you beat the Chaser on the science round? Let us know. Okay, so round 5 is the English round. Okay, let's crack on with that one. So question number 1. What is the correct spelling for the contracted form of would not? So it's wouldn't, and the answer is B, where the apostrophe is between the N and the T, because we take out the letter O. Remember, when we use contractions, the apostrophe goes in place of the missing letters. So because we take out the O, that's where the apostrophe goes. A lot of people wrongly think it's A, okay, would apostrophe NT. But that's not right, because then it would mean the O was there, okay? Would on't. That makes no sense, does it? So it's B, wooden, apostrophe T. Apostrophe after the N. Question number 2. I played with Sam and Kate because they're my best friends. Which of these is the correct missing word? It is C. Okay, let's talk about why. So the first there, we use that primarily for like position of things or direction, like it is over there. So it's not that one. B is the possessive there, okay, so when something belongs to somebody. And C, the contracted there, that's they are. I played with Sam and Kate because they are my best friends. That's what it means. So it is C, there, the contracted version of there. Okay, question number 3. I like peas, but I don't like carrots. Which word is the conjunction? The conjunction is but, okay, it's that word here. Peas, that's a noun, okay, it's not that one. But is the conjunction, okay? It's the word that combines the 2 different parts of the sentence. So I've got I like peas, that's one clause, and I've got I don't like carrots, that's another clause, but joins them together. Question number 4, what a brilliant day I had. Which punctuation mark should you use at the end of the sentence? The answer is B, exclamation mark, because it's an exclamation sentence. It's not a question, even though it starts with what, as a lot of questions often do. It doesn't need an answer, so it's not a question. It's an exclamation sentence. It's something you would exclaim. What a brilliant day I had, okay? So exclamation mark, B. And question number 5, put your things away. Which kind of sentence is this? It is C, a command. It's not a statement because it's not telling you about something. It's not a question because it's not asking you something. It's a command because it's telling you to do something. So it is a command. Okay, so on this round, the chaser only got 2 out of 5. So if you got 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, or 5 out of 5, you have beaten the chaser. Did you manage to do it? Okay, right. Final round is round 6, the computing round. Let's go through our answers. So question number 1, what would you use Microsoft PowerPoint for? The answer is C, to make a presentation, okay? To take photos, you'd use a camera. To make a graph, well, in school we might use 2Graph or we might use Microsoft Excel, okay? But making a presentation, that's what we use PowerPoint for. In fact, right now I'm using PowerPoint for a presentation. Question 2, what does this symbol usually mean? Oh, again, it's not highlighted here, but let me circle it. It is save. So this thing here, you probably got no idea what it is. This is called a floppy disk, okay, silly name. You used to put those into computers and you'd save things onto the floppy disk, like a USB stick now, or a hard drive, okay? And that means save, okay? It doesn't mean create a new file, it means delete. So when you see that symbol and you click on it, it means you're saving your work. So you can access it again, so you don't lose it. Question number 3, which word describes the orientation of this photo? The answer is A, landscape, okay? So landscape is when something's that way, portrait is when it is this way up, okay? So landscape, you're holding the camera sort of to the side like that, okay? It's a landscape photo. Question number 4, what does debug or debug mean? It is A, find and fix a mistake, okay? So when we do our programming, like on Scratch, sometimes we muck up and get something wrong. To debug is to find the part of something that's wrong, usually in an algorithm, and then you fix it, okay? And question number 5, what should you never tell people online? Both of these things. You shouldn't tell people where you live, or your passwords, or more, okay? So both of those things are things you shouldn't tell people online. Okay, so on the computing round, the chaser got 3 out of 5. So if you got 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5, you have beaten him outright. How did you get on that round? And how did you get on overall? Did you beat the chaser on every round? Did you beat the chaser on some of the rounds? I'd love to hear how you got on with that. I hope you had fun doing today's quiz. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.